Hey, Thrillionaires, happy Monday. I am super excited to kick off our brand new content weeks, starting off our days with some financial knowledge that has definitely changed my life, so I know it's going to change yours. So, did you know that your credit score is made up of just 5 factors? When I found this knowledge out, it really changed my life, and this has been the knowledge and the information that I have utilized from to take my credit score from the 500s to 730. Now, this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not a financial guru or none of that. I'm just telling you what I did and what I use. The information that I use, you can find this on Google or anywhere else. Most of the time it's in your bank apps also. But this is just the information that I use. So I'm going to read off my notes, what I learned to help me build my credit. So number one, payment history. Payment history makes up 35% of your credit score. It's simply paying your bills on time. You feel me? Every single time. Late payments hurt you. We all know that part. But consistent on-time payments can build you up. Now, let me tell you something about that. Because I'm using myself as an example. If you can get a secure card, right? You get your secure card. You use 10% of it. With a secure card, you can only get like a 200 or 500 or something like that. I don't know how they go up to, but you can get them as low as 200 and 500 because I'm talking to people who feel like they can't do this because they can't afford it. If you get a secure card that's 200 or 500, you keep your utilization under 10%, which is $20 or $50, and you pay $20 or $50 on time every single month, your credit score is going to skyrocket. So never cheat yourself out of nothing telling yourself you can't afford to do this because yes, you can. Okay, credit utilization. Your credit utilization makes up 30% of the credit score. What we're actually learning, or what I'm going to go over, is the 5 factors that accumulate a credit score. Okay, basically, this is how they build your credit score. Where do they get that number from? Okay, 30% of it is the credit utilization. Basically, with credit utilization, you want to keep it under 30%, meaning you want to use 30% of your credit or less. That's how you keep yourself with good credit. This is how much of available credit that you are using. So, like I said, you want to keep it under 30%, but ideally under 10%. So if your limit is 1,000, you want to use less than 100. And that doesn't mean like you can't use $1,000 worth of your credit. But what that does mean is by the time that your billing cycle comes on, by the time your billings date and your statement date comes along, you need to have paid at least 900 of that goddamn bill so that when it reports, it only reports 10%. Next is the length of your credit history. Now, let me tell y'all a tip that my credit specialist taught me. Now that I'm maintaining my credit, I have a credit specialist. Your credit history is 15% of your credit score, right? And that's the length of credit history, which means the longer you've had credit accounts open, the better. So don't close your oldest credit card. However, for people who don't have credit cards, or maybe who are just starting at the beginning, and maybe you just have bad credit, you feel me? If your oldest account is your student loans, bro, you don't want to close your student loans account. You don't want to close that account out because it's the longest or the oldest credit account on your account, which is helping your credit. So if you can, go call your student loan people, try to get a deferment and figure out how you can get your payment set to an amount that you can afford. Now, your credit mix only makes up 10%. And I'm not saying that don't matter, but 10% out of 100, you know what I'm saying? Like, it really, it's not that big a deal. And I'm going to give you an example of this because when I started working on my credit, I didn't have no credit. You know what I'm saying? Like, the reason why I didn't have no credit is because I had never had a credit card. And I didn't really realize that you can't really have a credit score with no credit card. So essentially, I started with no credit. I only had like hospital bills and what else I had? My student loans. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's really the only thing that was on my credit, and that really is on my credit. You know what I'm saying? Not my student loans are still there, but I only have one credit card. Like right now, I only have one credit card. All the credit growth that I've done and all the credit building that I've done, I've only done with one credit card. And another tip about that is, if you own a car, like a cash car, you own your car, that's not on your credit. You feel me? So like the fact that you pay your bills it's not automatically on your credit. There are credit apps and like things that you can utilize now that'll allow you to put in your bills. So like if you want your rent and your utilities and your cable bills, your phone bills and stuff like that to count towards your credit, there are apps and things out there now and like websites and firms that will figure out. I don't know how they do that, but I've heard that those things exist, and I have seen and read testimonials that those things work, but I don't have anything like that, so I can only give you my experience. I own all four of my cars, or all three of my cars, and I have a phone bill in my business name, but that's just not, it doesn't automatically report to your credit. That's something that you guys need to know. Your bills and the you paying don't automatically report. Okay, now new credit. Also 10%. You feel me? So like when you do like inquiries and things like that, it makes up 10% of the credit score. So don't apply for multiple cards at once. It looks desperate to lenders, essentially. Like that's what it look like to them. Imagine that you trying to if somebody come and ask you for some money or tell you that they need some, and then they gotta ask multiple people, like you tell them you need a second, you feel me, to decide if you can give it to them or you want to give it to them or not. And you're trying to figure out that decision by figuring out if they're responsible. But then you find out they asked 10 more people for the same thing. Knowing that with them not being able to afford what they have right now or what they need money for right now, if they borrow money for 10 more people, it's not responsible because they're going to be in the hole and they're not going to be able to pay those 10 people back. So do you want to be in that predicament? And that's what a lender thinks like. All right, now, ladies. We all know that knowledge is power. And your credit score is your financial power. And that's going to be able to help a lot of you all start to build a foundation if you haven't already, or to grow your foundation. You feel me? And build upon what you already have and help yourself have more financial resources. And therefore have more stability to do the things that you need to do and invest in the things you need to do, even if those things are just yourself. Now, which one of these 5 factors do you feel like you need to help with the most? You can go ahead and drop that in the comments so we can see how we can work that out for you. Make sure you keep following us for more Money Mondays. And tune in for tomorrow where we're going to have our first Girl Talk Tuesdays. We're going to be talking about having boundaries in our friendships. Peace.